If you were wondering how someone with a dismissive avoidant attachment style feels during no contact, you have come to the right place. As I am bracing myself for all the hate comments that are getting ready to roll in after this one, family, welcome and welcome back to my channel. This is Dismissible Me, where I only speak about severe dismissive avoidant attachment from the perspective of somebody who is severely dismissively attached, or detached. So like, subscribe, check the playlist as I have plenty of other videos. I upload daily, Monday through Friday. How do I feel during no contact? How do the slaves feel when they got to Canada and they saw freedom? In the beginning, I'm very relieved. I'm relieved. There's a lot of pressure off of me. I really enjoy, I don't want to say, and maybe enjoy is not the right word, but I'm extremely relieved that a situation has ended. Typically, by the time a situation has ended, there's been a lot of tension, or I've been extremely uncomfortable with what's been going on, whether it's my boundaries being crossed, or whether it's I'm not able to meet somebody's needs. There's been tension. So the first thing is relief. I'm glad it's done. I'm glad the tension is gone. It's been removed. I'm glad I don't have to keep having the same conversations or even avoiding the same conversations. At first, I am enjoying the silence. I am enjoying the distance, the time to myself, the fact that I'm no longer obligated to, how do I want to put this? I'm no longer obligated to concern myself with what somebody else is doing outside of me, especially when we're talking about people that are seeking my validation or need to know how I'm doing to feel okay with themselves. Definitely relieved. Definitely glad it's over in the beginning. Couldn't be happier sometimes. Yeah. That's not a problem. It isn't until much later, 3, 4, 5 months down the road, that maybe I even get to start thinking about, man, maybe I miss that person, or man, I really miss when they would text me, or when we would go and do things together. Less texting, more doing things together. Certain experiences that we had. I start to miss those things, depending on if I was invested or not. But it definitely takes time. It's not like right away I'm like, oh no, what happened? There's only one time ever was I like, oh no, but I was super emotionally invested. Typically, I'm not that emotionally invested, so it can be 4 or 5 months, and I might, again, miss certain experiences that I had with this person or doing certain things, but typically I'm pretty comfortable with the situation being over. Like I feel like what's said is we don't process our emotions. I can't say that I don't process my emotions for months and months. I process it right away because I understand that this is over. I'm going to move on. This person is going to move on. What could I have improved? Right? Where was I lacking in the situation so that I'm not lacking the next go round, or I'm working on these things so I'm less lacking? But that might also be because I'm in a different place maturity wise, because I wouldn't necessarily have done that in my 20s. In my early 20s, I would avoid thinking about it, but I still was relieved. I still was happy that a situation was ended. I still was glad that I didn't have the responsibility of having to check on somebody else and see what they're doing. So it's the relief. It does. It takes me months to be like, oh man, I missed that, or get a reminder in my phone of something that reminds me of them, and I'm like, oh man, it would be nice to talk to them, but I'm not going to reach out under no circumstances will I do that. No contact for me is final. I'm not going no contact with you because I'm trying to get you back. I'm not going no contact with you because I'm trying to figure things out. That's what withdrawing is for. That's what, hey, I need some space, I need a break is for. Then I'm still contemplating what's going on. If I go no contact, me personally, can't speak for everybody, I'm one individual, that's your ass, family. That's it. If you went no contact with me, for the people, I went no contact with my DA, okay, that's my whole ass, family. I'm gone. I'm out. You're never going to see me again. Never going to see me again. Never going to hear from me again. Because no contact means no social media, no none of that. Once I'm done, or I feel like somebody else is done, to me, because people don't respect my boundary for space, when you say that you want space, when I clock that somebody's gone, no contact, I definitely don't chase. I'm not going to chase you. Come on now, be for real. No way, no way. There's two reasons why I won't chase. Now I'm too old for that. Either we got it right or we didn't, because I'm a communicator. So you snooze, you lose around here. But before, when I was not necessarily in the same mature space, the reasoning for me not reaching out when I was younger is it was a pride and ego issue. Yeah, I'm not going to reach out to that person. But here's the thing. Even if they had reached out, I'm not going to, I might respond, but I was never going to reopen that door. Once you're gone, you're gone. Now, I know for a fact that's not the case for everybody. But for me, no contact is a no can do. Never going to return again. It's over. The fat lady singing, done deal. But I'm relieved. I'm relieved for the most part. It's very rare that I'm totally devastated by the whole event. Like, I can be sad, and I'll be sad for a while. I give myself time to be sad, but then I got to get back to doing things. I got to get back to my regular life. I got to get back to working. I got to get back to hanging out with my family. I have to get back to, checking on my friends checking on me. Because I already talked about how I'm bad with communicating with my friends and keeping up with them. I got to get back to doing the things that make me happy, that make me feel like, everything's right with the world. Everything's back to normal. Because it does. Because for me, because everything is so compartmentalized, and I've talked about that in a previous video, it's a long time before you, in my mind, and even in my routine, are a part of my regular daily life. Even if I'm talking to you daily, if you haven't come out of this category where you're a secret and my main community does not know about you, it's going to be a lot longer for me to be missing you or be thinking about you or be questioning whether or not I want to re-engage with you. If you were already a part of my regular situation and other people knew about you, whether they met you or not, if I'd even had a conversation or brought you up, then things are a little bit different because I was invested. So it is sooner that I'll start to miss that person, maybe after, 45, 60 days, because we will have had more experiences. I will have been used to talking to them daily and looking forward to talking to them daily or doing certain things with them or on a more regular basis. So where I had a deeper connection and I was more emotionally invested, yeah, I'll feel a little sad sooner. But if I wasn't, or if it was just like surface level, it didn't last that long, we were just dating, I haven't really invested anything, I'm out. I'm really not thinking about it. I'm not gonna super be depressed about somebody I wasn't emotionally invested in. And I feel like even if somebody is avoidant, there are things that people do. They show up in a certain way. They at least make attempts to change I wouldn't even say to change. People make attempts to do the things that are needed or required for the person that they care about because they care about them. When you care about somebody, you try to handle them gently. And that's like, when I see people compare, not to go on a tangent, but here we go. When I see people compare narcissists to people that are dismissive, avoidantly attached, I think I just made that up, the intent behind the actions is different. There's one thing when somebody is stonewalling you, which I think it's ghosting, versus when I'm stonewalling or withdrawing and I'm saying, hey, I need some space. I'm not trying I'm not trying to get a reaction out of you. I'm not trying to manipulate you into doing anything. I need my space. And I feel like intent matters. When we start to call people abusers and they're not intentionally abusing us, we have to start saying, okay, when are we going to exit the situation because we're playing a part in our own pain? Because this person can't help themselves and they're not in the place where they can be dating. So, off of that tangent. But to wrap this up, how I feel during no contact is relief, and it is months later, even if I was invested, at least 2 months before I get to double looking back and thinking about whether or not I missed this person or whether or not I should even reach out to them. Would I even respond if they reached out to me? I'm genuinely relieved that I don't have the pressure of a relationship, like the world being all on my shoulders, having to think about somebody else and handle their emotions. There's relief at first, and then maybe I start to miss you, maybe. But I don't want to drag this video out. Thank you so much for your patience, guys, because I didn't upload like I usually do. Like, subscribe, check out my other content. Find me on Instagram. You can email me or call me with your situations. That information is down in the description box. Let me know where you're watching from. Drop your attachment style, and family, I'll be tapping in with you very soon. Keep it real.